2 and the 5.
What's 25?
Today's September 25th, 2022. 4:56 p.m. This video is September 24th, 2022, but it's an old video from way back 3 or 4 years ago. Jonathan Click, you got 25, and then over here he's trying to make me to be Barack Obama.
331. Simple. So simple, even a child could do it.
He didn't say it in this video, but he covered to one side and said I was Barack Obama. And then Jonathan Click over here, number 25.
At the same time, they're going to make you poor because you're stupid enough to buy into the garbage. Okay? It took me a while to figure it out. Maybe that's why Robin was trying to draw me away from crypto and so that I wouldn't study it because, you know, so Robin, who's holding a big bag of XRP, he's also holding another one. I don't know which one it is, but it could be Stellar. Because Stellar equals Lucifer They're taking it from one. They're robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Pay attention to the number.
It could be Stellar.
Stellar is the number 25. And then 20, you got 24, you got 26.
Because
there's number 25, Stellar XLM. Steve said I'm holding a bag of that, which means a bag of Lucifer. Like I have Lucifer in my pocket as well, and I have XRP. I got a big bag of XRP in the spiritual sense because XRP equals SJD. And what happens is, over time, when time's up, you have to pay the piper. Peter paid the piper, but didn't pick the pepper.
Stellar equals Lucifer. Labor.
40.
Labor. They're taking it from one. They're robbing Peter to pay Paul. Okay? They're robbing Peter to pay Paul.
40. T's. KT's. 144. XT's.
They're robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Hey, I want to show you something here. See that? John Click knows what that is.
There he goes. There's Barack Obama.
Let's go.
Or wait a minute. Pelosi. You were talking about Nancy.
Right? Okay? Coming out of London, England. All right?
That's where you came from, London, England? Yes, XRP. Stephen James and Sean.
All right? And then the other one coming out of Pelosi Town over there in San Francisco. Lucifer, Lightbringer, the Stellar. So
the Stellar he's talking about was number 25. And then that's when he showed Jonathan Click's video was 2 minutes, 50 seconds. And then my video right next to it. Yeah. All right, thanks, Junior. I'll take over from here. That's Rob Jr. I'm Rob. I've seen your report card, and it has a failing grade. Come on
is
back, Rob.
showing her
Junior.
there's the
You're doing a good job,
plate
buddy.
and the chalice.
Son.
It's male and female. They're like, oh, Mary Magdalene was married. Total. Yeah, married to
Yeah, right.
Jesus. Yeah.
Imagine if Jesus had a wife that was really Mary Magdalene, but she was just a woman being used as a vessel with her left eye or her right eye and her left ear, her right eye and left ear. So she's like seeing Jesus. So Mary Magdalene would be like a spy following Jesus, right? With surveillance. Didn't she have the 12 disciples with her? And then they all accused her of committing adultery once they met Jesus to bring her to him. And then he said, well, these are all, who hasn't been guilty, then cast the first stone. So, but what if the reality is, because people don't think technology was made back then, or whenever you think this happened 2,000 years ago, we've been waiting. So come around at the end where maybe the Mary that was truly behind the scenes, the one that can see through people's eyeballs in real life and hear through their ears and tell them what to do. What if that Mary was actually behind the controllers of Jesus' wife? If you want to go in that direction with that interpretation over there, what if that was the case? And then, so truly, it's the one behind the scenes that was really married to Christ in the end that repented.
Yeah, married to Jesus. Yeah. So anyway, married.
That's the story of me and your mother, son. I just want you to know now, okay? Yeah, married to Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, married to Jesus. So think about the words here. When you say, yeah, married to Jesus, if you cut it off like, yeah, married to Jesus, if you let it flow, yeah, I'm married to Jesus. Yeah, I'm married to Jesus. Yeah, I'm married to Jesus. Yeah, married to Jesus. You have OCD, son? You need to pray to me about that later on, all right? Oh, hey, look, there's Henry over there now. September 20th. I got my two witnesses. One sent, two defend another. 3 years in the making. For kings of the earth. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's the name of the new currency. You won't be able to buy or sell without it.
Little ramble. I mean, it's just mind-boggling to see the levels of this stuff. One thing I should probably maybe do for you guys is just play you a bunch of these clips that are in all these folders. So much stuff y'all haven't ever even seen. But when I'm doing a video, it's like I don't feel like but when I'm doing it.
So closed. Celsius leaked call Celsius to issue IOU tokens. Okay.
IOU tokens. It's almost like FU pay me tokens. So here's what they're trying to make you think, that XRP SJD is doing something. But the reality is
what they're doing. Making you think that XRP is actually doing something, when in reality, it's doing nothing. It's doing nothing. Because that pump right there, it was already in the market. It just came from other coins that people decided to sell out because they seen it. It was going up. So they FOMO'd out of their one coin and they took a hit. And then now they're hoping that XRP will get mass adoption. That's what.
Or Or Tell him, Peter son. and Paul pay Robin That's right.
and stop blaming Robin for robbing Peter to pay Paul.
You hear that, Peter and Paul?
Robin didn't even get paid by Peter or Paul,
Don't worry, you will.
but yet he gets blamed for it. Kind of like inverted.
You know what else it is? You want to hear it?
No daggers, just lion faces. The mouth's open.
If that's it inverted, then that would, and these are lions, then that would mean 100% no more lion from the inside. And then this side,
Daggers and horns coming out.
technically it looks more like a stinger, like a scorpion stinger, and a honeydew, the honey drip pillow from the beehive. When the pillows are filled up with the little worm bees getting ready to hatch out. So these are like stingers. So what it could be is this little character here, whatever it's supposed to be, a face with the eyes in this direction, the head up top, and then the hands, both of them like this, like that, doing a split. And then in between the split could very well be at the end is the stinger. So this is like where it opens up, and watch out. If you take a look at the mirror image, because it's showing from the back where Center City is, that mirror looks like, it looks like this is the William Penn building, and then over here are the Twin Towers, Liberty 1 and Liberty 2, and it just looks like it's completely nuked, is what it looks like here. As if something hit right there where that William Penn building is in that section there. It's pretty eerie looking. Something along those lines, but a little bit more devastating than that. So an asteroid's coming, and that obviously isn't real, but it sure looks real, doesn't it, from that still photo? Remember the first 9/11 and the second one? How it had had that image looking where it got hit by airplanes in the sky.
Of course, in order to bring about a new world order, or even to bring about a financial collapse, the only way to do it is with either a nuclear device striking somewhere in the United States, or B, it could be a meteorite. And of course, in order to bring about a new world order, or even to bring about a financial collapse, the only way to do it is with either a nuclear device striking somewhere in the United States, or B, it could be a meteorite. Now, oddly enough, with
Chase Bank, Philadelphia, is on the back of a $50 bill when you fold it up, with destruction hit from the front to the side, where there's like, it looks like a rock, like a big boulder was thrown right through it. And over here, it kind of has a rabbit's head to it a little bit, or even like a moose, or yeah, I think it may be a witch. See the hat and the hands up in the air, riding in. Whatever it is, looks like a boulder was thrown through it. This is where the side of it, the destruction, and the top portion of it is the top and the rounded part, and the smoke coming up with the missing rectangular green windows, because that's what they are, green, because it's the money. It's the pot of gold, Chase Bank, 17 JFK, right where all the magic happened over here at 8:48 a.m. when the water stood still, 8:46 a.m. when it rose up out of nowhere, 3:16 p.m. the one time it just shut down when I walked by it and recorded it again. For whatever it's worth, there's the ladder. And even when you look up, it has a Jacob's ladder look to it.
Both represent the commandments of God. Therefore, the Feast of Tabernacles actually is the feast of the law of God, or the feast of the Bible. The Feast of Tabernacles, the feast of the Bible, emphasizes the glory of God
September 29th,
by the
2019.
God's law book, the Bible. We're almost there. We're almost there. Considering evidence of the Bible points to the fact that in all likelihood Jesus, who is the very essence of the Jubilee, was born on October 2nd in 7 BC. The year 7 BC is a Jubilee year. October 2nd in 7 BC was the Day of Atonement.
So 7 BC could be like 7 years before Christ.
It's something that he did 7 years before his birth came about. And then the number 5, which is the atonement, which is where we're at now, the 5th year since the Revelation 12 sign.
Okay, yeah, so they're, I think Bagley said
that's what it'll be, blowing the shofar, the atonement, and the 5th ram's horn. That's all Kleck has been doing recently, more than I've ever seen.
Day of Atonement was October 10th, like 10/10, on which the shofar, the ram's horn of the Jubilee, was to be sounded. Oh, yeah. So when that second 9/11 happens,
all the way back then, 3 years ago,
the
talking about second 9/11
of the Jubilee was to be sounded. Conjunction in God's salvation program was the day Jesus officially began his work as the Messiah. It was the day he was announced to the world as the Lamb of God who had come to take away the sins of the world. According to our modern-day calendar, it was September 26, 29 AD.
So tomorrow is going to be September 26, 2020. This is Harold Camping's book.
According to the biblical calendar, it's the first day of the 7th month. So in the 3rd year of Trump, the thing was revealed into Daniel, and the thing was true, but the time appointed was long. He understood the thing and had understanding of the vision. He was mourning for 3 full weeks, and he ate no pleasant bread, neither flesh nor wine in his mouth, neither did he.
3 full weeks, could be weeks of years, 3 full weeks of years. Could be 3 full weeks of years. Takes a day as a year is as 1,000 years, and so on and so forth. I mean, from 9/11, the first time around, well, the second time around, and 21 days later, there could have been a holdup. Maybe it was meant to happen, but they changed their mind. They switched it up. And on October 2nd, they come up with something different that lines up perfectly. Because there's going to be a holdup of something or another for 21 days by the people that are playing out the other portion of it first. There's a 21 period. You can look at it as, all right, well, fine, 21 days are fulfilled. 21 years. And then you say, well, 21 days are fulfilled too, from the first 9/11 to the second 9/11, from the first birthing to the second coming.
The ram's horn of the Jubilee was to be sounded. Thus we see the remarkable link of the timing of the birth of Jesus.
Now, the birth being something that comes first, and then on the 26th,
it's the first day of the 7th, come to take away the sins of the world. According to our modern-day calendar, it was September 26, 29 A.D.
So September 26th was the official beginning, but prior to that, what that false prophet Harold Camping was saying is that Christ was born
to the world as the Lamb of God. I only get mocked by you guys from
on October 2nd in 7 BC, and then 29 AD officially begins. So what's interpreted is that this is the birth of his physical body being birthed at that exact day in that time frame. There's also a man-child that's born, so therefore there's someone that's already a man and becomes the child of God, which is born. And then there's an official beginning of his actual ministry. He could have been preaching for 3.5 years beforehand, and then he officially started. Because how else did they know? Or at least 12 months, 12 years, at least the number 12, having conversations with the high priest of the YouTube platform. But here's the main thing. Notice the number 5 and atonement. They both go together with the birth. 7 BC Jubilee, because they're both connected together. Ram's Horn Jubilee was to be both the Day of Atonement and the year 7 BC. So the Day of Atonement, the number 5, and the year 7 BC, which happens to be the birth of Christ. But I'm here on a terror tip prevention program. But this was back three years ago. Maybe even 4.
See here.
Or about 3.
Yeah, here we go.
Most of you, I'm sure, everybody is wondering what's going to be happening, especially come tomorrow. I believe it was the German, I don't know if it was
SJD.
the chancellor or the foreign minister said that everybody would know, come the 24th of September.
Yeah, so Steve, you're a German counselor. You said that we're all going to know where we are on the 24th. And this is 23rd. And today's the 25th. So, I don't know. I remember where I was yesterday, just doing the same thing that I do every day, trying to take over the world. But if you notice here, it says Russian state TV. Viewers, nuclear war is likely. Everyone dies. Ain't that funny? Because when I was talking about back in April 9th of 2017, what I'm saying is the nuclear war, that we're going to be nuked and bombed by Russia over on the East Coast, because New York's over there, and you can have a tsunami first, and then Philly, you can have a meteorites or something. But anyway, it's going to be TV bombs coming down from TV heaven. And Steve Bannon has it clearly. Russian state TV tells viewers it's going to be a new clear war where you can see straight through it. Is likely everybody dies. So death is upon everybody. The death of the Gangstalking Corporation being a secret. The death of secrets being secrets. The death of your career as a harasser on the internet. It's the death of everybody's lives that are not in compliant with the RoboCops laws.
Where you'll be at, what's going to happen. There's been everything you could possibly imagine: nuclear war to full-scale economic collapse. You know, the list could just go on as to what's going to happen or what could happen or if anything at all will happen.
Right.
And I don't really know the answer to that, but
Yeah,
I will tell you this much, though.
Yeah, you
You're
do.
watching very carefully what's happening over in Ukraine. And sadly,
So the other side of evil, do you understand? Now let's go back and look at our little party going on. Oh, hang on one sec. Well, there it is. One global movement, two iconic locations. New York City Central Park and Accra's Black Star Square.
All right. So you got New York City. Nathan was talking about Tel Aviv and the other one, and the Black Star. So as Stephen James and Sean would always talk about, the other guy that Terrell Croft, his craft that he created as the Black Star's coming. So Black Star, Stephen James, Statue of Liberty, Jonathan Kleck, New York.
What's coming out of the letter O? The Statue of Liberty.
But Jacob Israel is over in New York, which is like Jacob as well. And the Black Star in Philadelphia, being the city of destruction, because Philadelphia has to have a little bit of strength in order to fulfill the Bible's prophecy also, in a literal term.
And the Black Star coming out of the O. Isn't that just perfect?
Are you trying to say that Stephen James is Sean is Joe Biden representing because his time is short and he's just here biding time? Or is there a third twin in this system? And Obama and Joe and Trump. There's three of them. And then there's like Peter, John, and James. So which one is who?
In 7 BC. The year 7 BC is a Jubilee year. October 2nd in 7 BC was the Day of Atonement. Okay, yeah, so I think Begley said the Day of Atonement was October 10th, like 10/10, on which the shofar, the ram's horn of the Jubilee, was to be sounded.
I'm going to blow some shofars because that's part of who I am and what I do. The end of the world is here, guys. The end of the world. And we, as a country and the ones running this country, are backing the opponent into the corner. So